Hey family, um, thank you so much for so much love. I was not expecting that. Throughout this journey, I never had courage to come out there and speak about this. Because of lots of insecurities, lots of cancer affected my face so much. So my story starts when I was privileged enough to get a job to work in Qatar. And Qatar is a desert land. It's very, very hot. You cannot walk outside during the day. So, sometimes where the incision was done, something was coming back again. The swelling was coming back. And it was coming back slowly. It was building up again. At the same place that the mine incision was done. So I would just, feel wetness at the left thigh, and if I could go and check it, it's the same problem that I had in 2017. It has come up. It has come back again. So I think the surgery was done, yes, but it was not a detailed surgery. It was not even supposed to be a minor. It was supposed to be a major. They needed to dig it out, like what they did here in Kenya. That's what I'll explain later. And also, I'm going to explain why I'm wearing these gloves. After this video, I'll be doing a live to explain about why I'm wearing these surgical gloves. Thank you guys. See you later. So today was another successful day. I had an emergency appointment with the doctor for an examination. There's another swelling here that is really painful. So they've booked for a minor surgery. It's just a minor incision. It's not serious. And thank you guys. Yesterday we met Kevin during our live session, and it was so inspiring. He was inspired with our story. We thank God for that. So let me tell you another story whereby where every day when I leave work, it's in the bus, it's very hot, and when it gets hot, I sweat, and when I sweat, the sweat goes to the cracked part or the patches on my skin, the damaged part of my skin, and when it goes there, that means it's hell. It's scratching time. It's itchy time. I would use anything. I would use a pen. I would use I would use anything. I would use a nail cutter. I used to have a nail cutter. I would use a spoon. So there's this nail cutter that I even still have it right now. I used to scratch myself, not the sharp part, but the smoother part. I would scratch myself and I would feel very nice, but that was not enough. So my biggest wish was I just want to get home, remove my clothes, and go to my hot shower. So when I get home, remove my clothes very slowly because it's sticky on my skin. Just remove it a little bit because it's very painful. And when I remove my trouser, just as usual, dead skin would pour on the floor, a lot of them. Remove my t-shirt like that, and it's all dirty like a nursery school kid. So I would rush to the shower and open water to just burn my skin, and I would stand there for hours. I remember this day I opened hot water for a long time, and then there was a lot of steam in that bathroom. And when there's a lot of steam, the air disappears. When the air disappears, it means you don't have air. So I found myself unconscious. Hey, today's live was amazing. Believe me, it was fire. Today we've been inspiring lots and lots of people. People have been coming with ideas here and there, for treatment and stuff, but too bad, guys, man. I can't stop my normal chemotherapy sessions. I can't stop my medication because I just sought a second opinion, and the doctor is doing a wonderful job. So let's continue with our story. So we were talking about an abscess all over my head. Sleeping with the gauzes all night, with the Marvin all night. So the most irritating part of having an abscess on the head is when you wake up in the morning and you check your pillow, it's full of pus and full of blood. And the fact that it's full of blood and full of pus, don't forget one thing: there will be a very, very bad smell. So tell me, when you wake up in the morning and then you find your pillow is full of blood and full of pus and smell, what will that do to your head? Man, you will get depressed. And depression started hitting me there very hard, man. I was just alone right there, and then my leg was so painful. I remember one night when I wanted to go to the loo, and my leg was swollen and releasing a lot of water, and the fact that it was still releasing a lot of water, there was also smell on my skin. My skin was smelling so bad. You know, I hated my bed because when I get off my bed and look at my bed, I would see lots of dust. I would see blood, and I would smell. Hey man, the odor was bad. So that night I went to the toilet, and then getting off the bed, I have to, stand up, but I couldn't stand because the leg was painful and it was swollen. Guess what I did, bro? I had to walk on my knees until when I get to the door, because the handle was up there, so I could lift myself. Because at the bed I couldn't stand, so I had to crawl to the door, then raise my hand, hold the handle, then lift myself. So when I lift myself, I couldn't walk immediately. I have to stand there for like a minute so that my legs would accept the pressure, the weight of my body, so that I could take one step and second step. And that was not all. So I opened the door, walked to the washroom because it was outside. Then I had to hold the walls because I didn't have enough energy to carry myself. Get into the loo while I was doing my business. Guess what? Because of pain, because of the body weight pressure, I fainted again. And I fainted in the toilet. And I hit my head so hard that I couldn't even feel myself for the next 2 or 3 minutes. And that was the scariest thing in this nightmare story. I will continue tomorrow. See you tonight.